happen to hear, I said this last video, but if y'all happen to hear, let me be quiet. Y'all hear that? That's the heater, gang. I'm cold. I'm cold. I wasn't gonna freeze for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just so I gotta do my thug thistle. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but today we got Worst Era to Go Out in, video by Tommy NFG. Bro, I've been seeing these rest his soul Charlie Kirk memes going around. It's not okay. It's weird. It shows how immature, heartless, how humanity is going backwards. That's what it's giving. None about it. Like, nothing about it is funny at all. Like, we literally seen this man get, you know what I'm saying, online. Like, we seen the video, right? At the end of the day, these folks literally still got a family. They still got children. Even though his wife been seeming a little, right? It's not right, y'all. And we need to do better, bro. Let's get into the video, though.
Advent of the internet being created and us connecting all over the world on different types of platforms, the perception of celebrities and public figures has hit a complete change compared to now. In the past, celebrities and public figures were looked at as remarkable figures who did less harm than the average type of person. Because people would think, well, if they were on a TV show or movie, then obviously a company wouldn't hire someone that did terrible, controversial things, and they had to be good. Unless you were like OJ Simpson or R. Kelly, which clearly in 4K got caught doing evil shit, the public would think even with your flaws, you were probably still a mostly good person. And low-key, R. Kelly still had a prospering ass career after getting caught. They was selling the tape where he was engaging in acts with a minor. Still kinda weird how that's actually a big thing that happened in the 2000s, like where were the police at? But then he dropped trapped in a closet and people went, hold on. This storytelling kind of fire though. I'm sorry y'all, but I'm gonna have to buy the whole set of this. It really was wild how many things public figures got away with before social media. And with celebrity and public figure deaths then, it was almost always treated like a tragedy and a majority of people would give their condolences. Like when MJ died, the whole world went silent for that week because it was so unbelievable that could happen. You ain't see no jokes or nothing. People was not playing about it. Same thing with Princess Diana. There was literally 2.5 billion people watching her funeral. It was one of the most watched events ever. And you can even take someone politically like Ronald Reagan, who was notoriously not a liked political figure to say the least. Was putting up LeBron numbers of racist laws and sending the black community back. Is that crack I see in your pocket, son? No, it's a bag of flour I got from the grocery store. Like, the bag literally says flour. How did you miss that? I've heard enough. 100 years of prison and throw the key away. Even Ronald Reagan's funeral had 100 million viewers watching, and no matter people's political party, a lot still gave condolences. Yeah, we know if this happened now with Gen Z, that would not be happening. For sure, that ain't gonna happen with Trump or Biden. Just prepare for a civil war on the internet for the whole year when their time comes. Now, in our times, the wait time to make fun of a public figure or celebrity's death has dropped to about 5 minutes after. And the most recent example of it, and you probably guessed it by now, is
like, none of this is cute. None of this is funny. You feel me? We are not supposed to judge, but all of y'all gonna be judged. You know what I'm saying? For this. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this is cute, y'all. This is all weird behavior. Humans don't do this to other humans, right? Social media has really tainted y'all brains. Y'all need to do better. You feel me? Those of y'all that agree, come on, man. We all need to get together or something for the community. Cause this ain't okay at all.
Yeah, that's pretty much been all the viral posts for the past month of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk got assassinated on September 10th, 2025. And the whole fallout on social media has been the strangest thing I think we've never seen. With politicians, we expect how things go, but we've never had it happen to a political commentator as big as Charlie Kirk. And one of the dumbest things that happened immediately after this was people trying to start a civil war. Like, can you imagine a civil war starting over a podcaster? Like if Biden or Kamala hit Trump on stage in 4K with bullets and started cheering, at least then I'd understand it a bit more happening. You think people are gonna rip off their 9-to-5 business shirts, hop out the cubicle and go, you know what? You have now declared war on me and every patriot who watched Charlie Kirk's podcast 24/7. Even the people who liked him at most are gonna give their condolences, probably reply to some trolls on Twitter, then move on. Imagine kids in 2060 looking at a history book and seeing 2 civil wars in America. One happening over slavery and people literally having no rights and being treated as property, and one happening over a podcaster getting assassinated by some teenager who liked femboys. You have the richest man in the world talking about the left is the party of murder. People like Andrew Tate tweeting civil war. Mind you, he doesn't even live in this country. Should be focusing on his daily news trafficking cases instead of our affairs. I mean, our own president was inciting this shit too.
Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died. The values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God.
Meanwhile, about a day later.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
If you see all the trucks, they just started the new construction work over there. If you look over there, why does he talk like this with his mouth out like this? Can anyone explain it to me?
Which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years.
And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Like, bro, what is it with this ballroom? Your man's just got slimed out. You can't give him at least a little more time? I remember growing up looking at presidents and the richest people in the world and thinking, wow, they're so smart and they must have worked hard to get to that position. These are probably the most sane people on the planet. I mean, it takes a lot to get there. Little did I know that lie would be shattered to me about actually not that long after, because I started using social media when I was a kid. And look, I've already said this before, I'm not even someone celebrating him getting assassinated, and political violence only makes things worse. But this whole thing of trying to start a civil war was the cringiest I've ever seen. And I would go to actually say, by these prominent political figures and politicians trying to do things like this, it only made people more and more not take it serious and not care. Like, the president ordered the US flag to be flown at half-staff nationwide, which is usually meant for major national tragedies like mass shootings or literally 9/11, and high politicians such as presidents and whatnot dying. So when people see it being done to a podcaster, do you think all of a sudden they're gonna take it more serious? They're just gonna think it's stupid as and make fun of it even more. On top of that, the government also passed a National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. I can guarantee you, a bunch of the people who were at his memorial and ones dedicated to him aren't gonna be popping out next year. They're just gonna move on to the next political thing they can complain about. There was also a ton of bills introduced by politicians who wanted even more remembrance of Charlie Kirk. Like a bill in Oklahoma where it would require a Charlie Kirk memorial plaza at every public university. Yeah, that wouldn't last a day, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, presidents don't even get this type of honor. Oklahoma gotta worry about their education level before doing this. And it's not like he even lived there. Turning Point's headquarters is in Arizona. There was also another bill introduced called the Charlie Kirk Commemorative Coin Act, which would require the Treasury to make coins in his honor. Bro, if your ass pulls out some change and I see you with the Charlie Kirk quarter, I'm smacking the out of you. It's crazy how performative all of this is, because I feel like none of these politicians even cared about him. They saw this as the perfect opportunity to distract from doing any actual work and to focus on this. I think the thing that really sealed it of people not caring and making fun of it was how the actual funeral went. Because oh boy, was this one of the weirdest televised memorial services to ever exist. I would say this was more of a political rally than a memorial. You had all of the Trump administration coming to it and giving pretty political speeches. Like for them, I wouldn't be surprised if they went in a mirror and were just practicing like they were gonna go on a debate stage. And you know, for Erica Kirk, I'll give her credit. Her speech was a lot more empathetic and it seemed like she actually cared. She walked out strangely though to something which looked like she was more coming out of a WWE match. Is this a normal thing that happens at American funerals or something that?
No, it's not. I always thought that whole performance was insanity. It was so overdone. It was so overdone. Like,
I don't know. But then right after Erica Kirk's speech ended, you had this.
The best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie.
I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
If you don't find this weird as to do as the sitting president at a funeral, I don't know what to say. I think he deadass just saw this on his schedule as a MAGA rally and went in with that mentality. How is the wife of the man who got murdered giving more empathy and bringing people together more than the president? Bro, like, isn't your job supposed to be to bring people together? I thought we were supposed to be some sort of United States. Yeah, after this, any appearance of people feeling bad for the memes was probably gone. And Erica Kirk after seemed like she moved on pretty quickly. Or at least that's what people think, because clips of her hugging up on the president and vice president.
why is he doing that? Why is he doing that though? For real. Like, huh?
I see no one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD. Yes, I do.
Hey, you know what they say, if you don't let your mans hug your girl's waist, then is that really your friend? Me personally, I go up to all my homies.
All of this is a show. It's one big, giant SHIT show. Literally. That's all it is. I gotta check something.
Girls, lift them up, smack both cheeks separately. It's just a welcoming though, nothing else. And because of all this chaos, you now have people making memes and photoshopping his face on everything. Whether that be famous celebrities, your favorite rapper, really any image or video is not safe of getting Kirkified. It might end up being as influential as the Rickroll, like just being the Rickroll of the 2020s. I wouldn't be surprised if someone deep faked his face onto mine. I feel with Gen Z as a whole on things, it's just way more common for people to make fun of dead figures. But the amount that happens really depends on who it is and how light they are. Like, I remember when Kobe died and people who tried to make jokes on the internet were getting doxxed and harassed. Because people don't play about Kobe, and he was mostly uncontroversial to people. Other than 2003. Someone like Charlie Kirk, who was a controversial figure as a whole, got made fun of faster because of that reason. This type of making fun of also happens to people that Gen Z is less connected to way more. Like, the Queen dying was not taken serious by any of Gen Z. And it's because no one really cared about the royal family and what it used to mean. Comparing how Princess Diana's death got treated compared to the Queen is complete night and day. As a whole, the royal family kind of cooked themselves in their own image too. You had one of the members who was literally buddy with Epstein of all people. And it can't be one of those things like, well, was it before he got arrested and the public knew? He visited his ass after Epstein already got charged and arrested for being with a minor. His excuse was giving the same as my dog ate my homework.
Now, I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together.
So do phones just not exist in 2010? From what I learned in school, I'm pretty sure Alexander Graham Bell made it in 1876. Or maybe my history books are wrong. You can update me. He also got questioned on why he stayed at his house too after. Because as the prince in a royal family, it shouldn't be too hard to get the best hotel in New York or your own castle and not have to crash at the most prolific child trafficker's place to ever exist. And this was his excuse for it.
Staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted offender.
It was a convenient place to stay.
With that about song.
He lying. They all be lying. Come on, bruh. You best friends with a pedophile, with a rapist, basically. Come on, man. For one, since they are white supremacy and capitalists at that, bro, they're going to lie. Like, come on, bro. We all know this.
it. Thanks for your fairly believable excuse. Back to your royal duties you go. Apparently that didn't convince the king because he just recently got his royal title stripped and is getting kicked out of the palace. You also had Prince Harry completely dip on the family. And if the royal family had any type of PR left to the public, it went away when he came out and started talking about how some were being racist towards his wife, who's biracial, and you know they asses was truly being racist because this to me looks like a full-on white woman. Like, did they think if him and her had a kid, the baby was gonna come out looking like me? That kid will come out looking like the whitest child born on the whitest mountain. And evidently that is what their kids came out to look like. So they did all that complaining for no reason and lost someone in royalty. Because of all this drama and the queen dying a couple years after it, people were ready to on the royal family, and that's what happened the same day. And in places like Africa where people learn about how much the royal family's history in the past exploited them and different things, it definitely changed the perception of the royal family, and people didn't care as much too because of that. Now you got people running bets saying when they think Charles is gonna die. In my opinion, they just gotta let this go. The last bit of aura died with the queen. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Anyway, that'll be it for this video, y'all. I think that's crazy. I think everything is crazy. You feel me? This is just the world we live in. And like, yeah, man. Y'all folks like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want from me. Music videos, reaction videos. It don't matter videos. Just let me know. It's NEWREACTION. I'm gonna make another video today.
But that's why I love the Mars.